Hey, what's up, guys? So this is gonna be my first flight tutorial, like a real one. I posted one on Facebook a few weeks ago, but today I'm just gonna pick a 737-900. So here's all the different types of aircraft I got so far in here. This is Infinite Flight for Android. I would say this game's pretty good for like a air like a flight simulator for a phone because it's pretty realistic and I really like the features on this game, but some of the things I don't really like about this game is when it loads up here, it'll show that like when you're on the inside of the cockpit view, it like the cockpit looks real, but none of the buttons. The only things that move inside the cockpit are the throttle and the yoke system, which I like to make the plane pitch up and down or uh, go left to right to turn. And that's about it. But this game's pretty fun. Spent a lot of time on it. So I'm taking off from PDX and I plan on going to Seattle here, but I'm just showing kind of the inside of the cockpit. As you can see, when I pull back, it pulls back, and then right here you'll see the throttle go up. But other than that, that's all that works inside the cockpit. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Um, it's pretty cool. Outside looks pretty realistic. Another thing I wish this game had was like it actually showed the airport instead of just like the runway and behind it. But other than that, I would say like this game's pretty realistic. You can go into here, change the weather. I'm just gonna put it at just normal. Um, you can also change the time, weight and balance, but I have nothing in here. You can go back to 20 seconds ago. You can just take off or you can just land. What else? You can do autopilot, your vertical speed, your heading, then what you want your speed at, your altimeter. You got your spoilers, trim, flaps, basically everything. You can go in here. This is all the uh, airports they have in this region here. So the purple ones are like smaller airports, more for like Cessnas and other ones, but the blue ones are like the bigger ones, as you can see. There's SeaTac right there. So I'm gonna make a flying route to it here in a second, but you can put the no smoking seatbelts thing on. You can turn on and off all the lights. Um, yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna set up the flight plan and then take off here shortly. I'm gonna go back to the cockpit view. So what I'm gonna do is zoom in, and you see these little triangle things. Maybe if I zoom in more, so you can go like this. You can click on one, press add to FPL, go like that, add it to there, and that's like your flight plan. So I'll zoom out a little bit, probably go boom to that one, up to this one, like that. Zoom over here. And they also do have online flight in this game, but I didn't want to do that tonight. I just wanted to do this tutorial and see what you guys think. Yeah, so that's the flight plan, and these red marks here are like these are the runways. So I'll be landing on 34 right. So I can just zoom out. Go right here. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna take off now. Throttle up. Like that. You can see down over here too, it shows me my flight plan. So I can follow that. Start rotating back. Oops. Gear up. Yeah, that's basically it, but I guess I'll continue the video all the way to Seattle. But I do like this this game a lot. I'm gonna put it on autopilot here for a second. Whoa, what's going on here? Gotta slow down a bit. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Oops. But you can also go to different views like this out there, like I showed. This view, which is like on the tail. Then you can go to bottom of the aircraft, look around. Whoa, whoa, uh-oh. Having problems today. Here we go, but there's that view. There's that view. Back to this view. Go left wing, right wing. I'm gonna have to pitch this down a bit. 10,000 feet per minute is way too much. Way too much. So it's telling me to turn to heading 284 in a minute. And you can also go to, oh wait, no, wrong thing. Go back to the cockpit view. You can go here, or here. And then you can press map. And then it tells me where to go in a minute. And how long the flight's gonna be. So, in a minute and 47 seconds, I need to turn to heading 284 degrees. I'll go back here. I'll go 284. It'll pitch just a little bit. I'm going to set the speed to about 250 knots. 60, that's good enough. But this should be a quick flight. You can also zoom in here. Whoops. Zoom in here and it shows the aircraft, where it's going. Or say I looked over here and I press this button, it directly shows it where it's at, which I think is pretty cool. And down on the bottom it shows ground speed, visibility, flight time, altitude, airspeed. Yeah, got flaps, like I said. It shouldn't be too long of a flight. But I think it looks pretty realistic, like the ground and whatnot. Put the gear down for a second. I think that looks pretty realistic as well too. Same with flaps and everything. So, yeah, this is a pretty cool view. I like this. And you can also go to tower, so like that'd be like ATC, be like the overhead view, and then that'd be from like the closest tower, but it's kind of hard to find it. I have no idea where it's at. Oh, shoot. $315. So flight time, I've been up for 5 minutes now. I'll probably just stay at about... I'm going to start just staying right where I'm at. And altitude-wise, about... Since it's such a short flight, I'm just going to stay at this altitude. Oops. Don't want to go down. There we go. Staying at about 22,000 feet. What else? I think it's pretty cool that oh my goodness, I'm tired. But you can see the engine spinning. I think that's pretty cool. This is as far as you can zoom in, and then you can zoom all the way out. But I say the area is pretty accurate. Like if you're flying from like Troutdale Airport to PDX, in the background you can see, I'm assuming it's Mount Hood, which I think is pretty cool. But a couple things I just wish it was more realistic in the cockpit, because I want it to be like a real airplane, you know? Like, I want to be able to press a button, like, right there, and I actually want to start up the engines instead of already having the engines up and running for me. Also, when you fly online, it's like already it's like a, it's kind of hard to explain. It's like dang it, I can't think of it. It's like already recorded for you, so like you just press it in, and then it has like a saying already set up for you for when you talk to ATC on a live flight, which is, I wish that you were able to actually like either use like the audio on your phone like I am right now to do it, or you have to like plug in like some type of headphone that has a microphone, and then you actually get to talk to people like X-Plane 10. But like I said, this is a pretty realistic game for... I'm using the Galaxy Note 4, so I think that's pretty not too bad. So next one is going to be in about 5 minutes. My next waypoint, so I'm going to have to turn to 21 degrees, and then when I land, it's about 25 minutes from now, but when I land, I will have to turn to 344 degrees. And I am, from the next waypoint, I am 30.5 miles away. And the ETE is 4 minutes 56 seconds. yeah, so I got, and then this one just counts down the whole thing. So when I land, wait, no, I'm not at where I land. So when I land, I should be there in about 13 minutes and 45 seconds. Take off the seatbelt sign so they can walk around. Another thing too that I wish this game had was when you're actually at a gate, like I said, they have the real like airport there, so it seems more realistic because as you saw, it's just the taxi ways to get to the um, to the runway. I try turning in a little bit. See if that doesn't help me get lined up a bit. It's cool too from the cockpit. You can also zoom in and look at things. And outside and whatnot, it's pretty cool. Some overview stuff. But the on-light flight's pretty fun. My next one will probably be that. A fun place to fly out of when you're flying online that's the most busy is like Southern California area, so that's where like most of the online play is on this game. They got several different they got like Sydney, Australia, and a couple other places. They got Hawaii on here. They got, I wish they had Alaska. That'd be pretty fun. Oh, and another thing I wish this game had would be like so say I want to take off from Seattle and go to Chicago, like O'Hare International Airport in Chicago. I wish that you can fly there. One thing about this game is you can only fly in the region, so maybe in their next update or whatever they'll be able to have you fly from like I said, Seattle to Chicago. That'd be pretty fun. But as of right now, you can only fly in what the area offers. Let's see how far away I am. Okay, so on the next checkpoint, I am going to start descending because it's coming up pretty quick. So yeah, but like I wish all these screens worked, and it's pretty bad graphics, but I think it's not too bad for, like I said, a phone app. I think that's kind of funny how they put the Pepsi in there. Yeah. Zooming out to about right there. I think this landing may be kind of rough because I normally land in this view right here. But I don't know. I'll try, since I'm in the video, I'll try landing like this. If I crash, then I can go back and retry it again. But as you see, all those purple dots are just tiny airports. Which is, I think, says in this area, like in this game, there's like 100 and some odd airports. But in Chicago, I think Chicago's the biggest one on this game. It has, including like the little airports and whatnot, it has like 500 and something, 520 airports or something like that. Yeah, it's pretty pretty cool. Oh dang, one thing I forgot though is to turn the settings back on to hear like the engines and whatnot, but gotta say this game sounds pretty realistic. Hopefully in their next few updates or whatever they can add like a Q-400 or something like that, because they only have like they only have 3 aircraft that are that have prop engines on them, and they're just single engines. I wish they would put multi prop aircraft in this game, like a Q-400 or like a King Air or something like that, because that'd be cool. And also I wish that because in like X-Plane 10 you have control over both the engines, so you can shut one engine off, and it's super realistic. Like you can fly through a flock of birds and whatnot and your engines can fail. I wish this game had that, but it doesn't. But I'm not complaining, I'm just saying I wish, you know. um but yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I spend a lot of my free time on here. I enjoy it. So I'm at the same heading, but I'm going to start descending a bit. I'll descend about, oops. I'll say about, let's go 2,000 feet per minute. Dang it. Let's see how much longer I got. Oops, wrong thing. Here we go. Yeah, so I got 6 minutes and 50 seconds. So next one I'm going to have to turn to 344 degrees. No, I think it's pretty cool though in this game. You can plan out a flight plan, so if I wanted to, I could land here, then put another flight plan to fly somewhere else, but I'm not going to do that tonight. I'll put the seatbelts back on because we're starting to descend. I need to descend a little bit faster, so I'll bump it to like 4,000 feet per minute. Then I'll take off autopilot once getting close to landing. But yeah, I can go like this real quick, change the weather up or time. Like I can put it on night real quick for you guys. Pitch black. Do a sunrise, which is kind of cool looking, I think. I'll go back to noon time. Oh, and sunset too. I'll show you sunset. Boom, kind of looks like sunrise. But yeah, I like this game. It's pretty. I should turn off the landing lights. I think that's pretty cool though. And I can look underneath it too as well as it's flying. Another scenic view, which I think is cool. think I'm gonna, oops, wrong way. I don't need to descend that quick. Still got a few more ways to go. Oops, why does it keep on doing that? But I can change like the visibility to pressure, temperature, local time, nearest airport, ETE, distance, ground speed. So I don't want altitude. I already have altitude. Let's go to visibility. 50 nautical miles. So I'm gonna, don't need to send that quick. I'm actually gonna take over the controls from now. And I can go like this, zoom in, and boom, it'll show me. I'm a little off course, but that's alright. At least I'll get the landing, hopefully. Sorry, I had to check, because it said autopilot was on, but I had full control, so that kind of tripped me out. Don't really use the rudder much in this game, only if I'm like flying online and it's super turbulent, but other than that, don't really use it. And to make this plane go up and down, you just, point your phone down, point the phone up, left, right. You get the idea. So I'll probably put the gear down. And I'll put it back up. Still got a ways. But no, this game seems super realistic. I like it a lot. I'm gonna have to start descending a bit. At 2,000 feet. Gonna have to go way down. Time to put the gear down. Brakes, flaps I'll put down to like 10%. Spoilers armed. Gonna have to put the throttle up a bit, so I don't like fall out of the sky. bad report. Let's see here. Here we go. Lining up. Gonna have to come down a bit. Pull up a bit. Sorry, I have to really focus on here. I'm trying to do a good landing. Oh no, bad landing. Sorry, not too bad. Oh, that was a bad landing. I'll also show you something cool too. I can go to replay and I'll go to, oops. I don't want that. But what's cool about this is so I'll get to like my landing part. It's cool how the spoilers work on here. It's like actual real life, what the engines, what they do. Back it up a bit here. Play. Here's regular speed. Slow down a bit. Yeah, see, that was a bad landing, but see the spoilers come up. The flaps down only to 10%. It didn't take too much. I got no wager or anything on here, but yeah. That's my first tutorial on this flight. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna take, before I leave, take off the spoilers, bring the flaps all the way up, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you.